Hello everyone, I am Sibulele Mtongana from Talk of the Town, and we are closing off our series on elections on the spot with Sibu, with the regional election coordinator from the ANC, Mr. Andile Marasi. Hello, Mr. Andile Marasi.
Good evening, Sibu, and the viewers. Thank you very much for inviting me to the last episode. Kamalam Andile Marasi, the member of the African National Congress Regional Executive Committee, as an RET coordinator. Thank you.
Thank you. So as you know, we are discussing the different political parties' manifestos. We will be discussing ANC's manifesto. And starting up is the ANC's slogan, "Let's do more together." Can you just give us a brief description of that slogan?
Thank you, Mama Mtongana. Mhlambi, let me rephrase by saying, over the last 30 years, we have achieved so much. Hence, we are calling for the people of South Africa to come together and do more. Over the past 30 years, Sibu, the people of South Africa has been led by the ANC in South Africa. And the ANC has been able to construct a new South Africa in the forefront. Now, basically what we're saying, the manifesto of the ANC itself explains explicitly where we're coming from, what are the achievements, what are the challenges we face today, and it explains exactly what are our plans for the next 5 years, of which is the base why we're asking people to vote for the African National Congress. We come a long way. We come a long way. We have made progress. We have made mistakes. We have made a lot of achievement as a country. Hence, the president made a call on the Durban manifesto when he says, I quote him, "We still have many more hills to climb. And therefore, we will climb them together by leaving no one behind. Let's do more together." That's our slogan. I'm inviting you.
Thank you. In the ANC's manifesto, it mentions the 5-year plan to create and sustain 2.5 million work opportunities. How does the ANC plan to do that, seeing that, as you mentioned, that the ANC has been in governance for the past 30 years, and in your governance, under your governance, unemployment has gone up extremely?
Just yesterday, the president was in East London. The president of the ANC was in East London. Opening up 500 EPWP jobs just yesterday, not long time ago. So our number one priority is the jobs plan. We are correct. We are going to do that through public works employment programs that really create work opportunity in the public, in the small business and social sectors. In the next 5 years, we started yesterday with 500. So I'm saying, in the next 5 years, we're going to create and sustain 2.5 million work opportunities here in South Africa, delivering public and goods in all communities. We have just started yesterday. Okay. There are private sector investment in the province of the Eastern Cape. That just this morning, the Premier of the Eastern Cape and the MSc for Finance, Utatum Mfoko, have just opened a big business in the private sector and industrial sector in Quebec. We are going to increase support for small business people. Hence, because we're not talking about jobs, just today in the municipality, as I speak to you now, we have just advertised entrepreneurship and internship for young people over the age of 18 years, because it doesn't speak to South Africa, it speaks to where we stay. You've got 4 internships that municipality is creating today. We are going to give young people stipend. We are going to give them skills in accommodation, in hospitality, in mathematics, in mechanics. You go to the municipality there. So this is the start of the good things of creating jobs for the people of South Africa. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. In the ANC's manifesto, it speaks on land distribution.
Yes.
Can you explain a bit more on how the ANC plans to do that? And also, how much land does the government own?
Sibu, that's very important topic.
Yes.
Land has been taken away from our people. We are very clear, even in the Freedom Charter in 1955, we talked about it. It's a matter of going to the Constitution and making sure, because there was land distribution in South Africa, where people were given land to the homeless. We are still doing it now. But what becomes important, for us to do that, we must be able to prioritize those who are landless. Who are those people that are landless? The working class, the homeless, and all those people who don't have places to stay. So we are going to do a what do you call this? An audit. That has been done already, especially in municipalities, where we'll identify, because there's work for public works, there's land that is available, there are farming that government is giving out to those people. So there's a lot of land in South Africa that is available, that will be given out to the people of South Africa. Applications are already ongoing as we speak to you now. So land is available, it's a matter of implementation. There's a policy already that is in place in government where people will be getting land. There are many here in Lama that have got land.
Okay, to the second part of the question, how much land does the government own at the moment?
Umhlaba belong to Dr. Land Reform. Dr. That is just a custodian.
Okay.
What we're currently taking place in South Africa, I'm saying there's an audit of the land. Some land belongs to government, yes. Some land belongs to the private ownership. So that's a process that is why we're saying people must be audited, the land must be audited so that we know who to give. Because, for example, you've got an area where people must stay. You've got an area where people must be able to provide basic needs out of the land. So there's a process that is taking place in terms of making sure that the land is available and be given to everyone.
And in your redistribution of the land, will there be a criteria as to who will get the land redistributed to them?
You see, we are not reinventing a new wheel, yes, in terms of our manifesto. It's like housing needs. Government of the East is very clear. You give land to the landless. You give the land to the youth. You give the land to women. You give land to all who deserve to be given land. There's a priority and criteria that our government is using in order for us to give land to the people. So those who work the land will be given the land.
Okay. Do you mind explaining what the criteria is that the people that, as you have explained, it will be given to women, given to people of the landless? What is the specific criteria of redistribution of the land?
Sorry. No. I'm saying the only criteria that government is using.
Yes.
You've got youth, you've got women,
okay,
you've got disability, you've got the veterans. So that's the criteria that government is using, even in terms of giving houses.
Okay, thank you. The manifesto also goes into the cost of living, telling us a bit on the 5-year plan and promoting cheaper and subsidized solar power that the ANC will do. When referring to social grants and social relief grants, where will the money come from?
I think it's priority number 3, tackling the cost of living.
Yes.
Tackling the cost of living by taking steps to make everyday life more affordable for the workers,
yes,
for the unemployed, for the woman-headed household, the middle class, by addressing all those needs like food, housing, healthcare, energy, transport, and wages. the government of the ANC in the next 5 years
Yes.
will make it very simple. Prioritize food security, as you are saying,
Yes.
including VAT exemption. Number 2, subsidize those basic services like water, electricity, houses for the poor. Promote cheaper and subsidized solar power. That is what our government will be doing in the next 5 years. And there's more to it, not only there. We are going to make sure that we ensure the minimum wage increase in line with inflation. Not just minimum wage, but it's going to be in line with and ensure that there is a full compliance on the insurance, on the minimum wage insurance. So you've got stress relief grant. All those are part of tackling the cost of living in South Africa, and that is going to happen.
Okay. So for the stress relief grants and the social grants and the social relief grants that you speak about in the manifesto, I would like to know, where will that money come from to provide this type of grants to the people of South Africa?
Uhulumende is investing, our government is investing in all spheres of government. Remember, we are getting money from taxes.
Okay.
We are getting money from grants. We are getting money from IMF.
Okay.
So and each department, obviously, in each new financial year, there's got a specific amount of money that's going to be set aside for all those needs. Basically, government is going to provide out of its fiscals.
Okay.
In partnership with the private sector.
Okay, thank you very much. Moving on to our last question. Invest in people was one of the ANC's key points in the manifesto and spoke about corruption, water supply, and so forth. How will the ANC eradicate corruption? What seems to be the issue with water supply?
I think the former president of the ANC, Tatu Thabo Mbeki, just spoke today that one of the main issues that we need to deal with harshly is corruption.
Yes.
And I want to say to you here, not all of us, I like to say this thing, not all of us in the ANC are corrupt. So I will invite the viewers, if there's any case of corruption, go and open up the case. So the ANC is cleansing and renewing itself.
Okay.
You could see that there are many people that have left the ANC through corrupt charges. I don't want to mention names. So we are renewing the African National Congress by making sure that all those who are corrupt are facing the charges. There's one minister, a former speaker, for example.
Yes.
The ANC have got a step-aside rule. We are not forcing people to step aside. It's within you, your conscience, to say, if I am allegedly I'm corrupt, then you must step aside and allow the processes to take place and let the ANC deal with the matter. So we are dealing with corruption as the ANC. I understand that people are saying we are not, but we are dealing with corruption. And if there are people who knows that so-and-so is corrupt, go and open up a case.
Okay. And then the second part of the question, the issue with water supply. What seems to be the problem with water supply? And
remember, Mama Mtongana, we came into government with no infrastructure.
Okay.
So after 1994, we came as government, bearing in mind, I don't want to base my argument on the apartheid.
Yes.
But the infrastructure that we took over from apartheid government, one is old, outdated, and currently the Minister of Water and Sanitation is dealing decisively with that matter.
Okay.
You've got water leakage, you've got old pipes, even in Alexandria, here in Ndlambe. So the issue of our plants being in better, there's a plant that has been renovated. They are trying to do that in Alexandria, even here in Port Alfred, knowing very well that is going to take time. So the minister is going around meeting the mayors, the MMs of the district and local municipalities in trying to identify what are the challenges and what are the measures that are going to put in place and make sure that the water supply is going to, remember, our municipalities are water service authority. So it is good and well today that you ask me that question, because we are currently busy, in government of the ANC, dealing with the matter of water. So I'm just coming from by-elections in Blue Crane. There's no water there. We are taking water from boreholes. So the minister is there as we speak, trying to make sure where can we get the supply of water so that abantu bangakhalazi bafumana amanzi. So we're dealing with all these matters in terms of the challenges that we're facing. In the next 5 years, come 30th of May, when the ANC is going to make another announcement in terms of the station of the national address, when we are going to lead South Africa again for the next 5 years. So these priorities that we have are not new. We are just going to improve on tackling the cost of living, on tackling crime, on making sure that the basic needs of people are met.
Okay. That concludes our video cast series with the different political parties with Andile Marasi, the ANC. Thank you very much, Andile, for joining us and taking time out of your day to be part of our series. Also, thank you to the Royal St. Andrews Hotel for providing us a venue for our videocast series, and good luck on the 29th of May.
Let me thank you both very much for at least allowing me to come eventually. It has been a harassment on my side. I'm very busy. Sorry, it was not deliberate that I don't come. But let me take this opportunity once again and thank you very much for allowing me to speak and encourage everyone in South Africa to apply for special votes, to make sure that they go out in numbers on the 29th of May for a decisive victory of the African National Congress. Amandla.
Thank you.